Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has made Science of Power Manifestation Yoga temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for body scanning and telling the number of siblings, description about the siblings. Now let's go to the powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang.
Without being disturbed, people ask me, Swamiji, an enlightened person should not have a desire. You really don't have a desire? They come and ask me. I tell them, be very clear. Enlightened person, the word enlightenment should be very clearly understood. Only then you will understand the enlightened person also. See, as on now, in a normal human mind, if they have 10 acre, all 10 acre, they are growing something, some rice or paddy or sugar cane or something. It is filled, occupied. In an enlightened being, he has got 1 million acre, only 10 acre is used for agriculture. Will he even know that agriculture is going on in some place? No. I have million acre. So even if agriculture is going on in 10 acre, I will not even know. Same way, enlightened being has got so much of inner space, the 10 acre is like a negligible. The inner chattering which is happening is negligible. All you need to do is expand the inner space. I am not telling you to kill all destroy the agriculture which is happening in 10 acre. No. That will lead you to tamas, means depression and inertia. That will lead you to tamas and depression. I am not telling you to destroy the agriculture which is happening in the 10 acre. No, I am telling you to expand the inner space so that the 10 acre sound will not disturb you. The noise which is being created in the 10 acre agriculture will not disturb you. You will not feel suffocated. You will have more space. You will feel expanded. You will feel the fulfillment. Aparigraha does not mean not having the basic items, basic things, no, but creating a bigger inner space. How to do? Whenever you feel that you are possessing something, decide very clearly to unclutch from it consciously. Visualize how your life will be without that object or that person. Sometimes you may think, oh, I can do without it. That's all. Then perfectly all right. Sometimes you may have little suffering. Go through that suffering, that moment itself. That suffering itself will purify you. Understand? When you feel that you are too much attached, you are possessive of some person or some object, sit and visualize your life without that person or that object. If you feel you can do without it, relax, nothing to worry. If you feel suffering, oh God, my life will, I can't do without him or her or that object, then sit and meditate your life without that person. Create that pain. Allow that suffering. Suddenly you will see that suffering itself is so powerful. The pain is so powerful. It will teach you. It will purify you. When you come out, when that suffering disappears from your inner space, because you can't be constantly suffering. At the most you can suffer for a few hours. Slowly that suffering will settle down. That depression will leave you. That pain will leave your inner space. When that pain leaves your inner space, already you would have learnt a lesson of aparigraha. This is powerful technique to achieve aparigraha. Start meditating your life without that person or object. Let that pain, suffering arise in your inner space and wait till it disappears. Be silent, have patience till that disappears. When that pain and suffering leaves your inner space, you would have been matured, because pain and suffering teaches you. It's a powerful master. It's a powerful teacher. No other master or teacher can teach you like pain or suffering. Using even pain to learn, using even suffering to grow, using even the failures to mature yourself. When you expand your inner space through this way, understand this technique is a very powerful technique. Try it. Whenever you feel you are possessive of somebody, something, sit, unclutch, disconnect, allow the pain, allow the suffering. Now what can be done? Because anything can be taken away from you. The product or that person can be taken away from you. It is not that he or that person or the product is going to be with you forever. No. So, just meditate the non-possessiveness, meditate on aparigraha and be without that person or the object. You will see the pain itself teaches you, and you are free from the pain, you are free from the suffering, you are free from the parigraha, you are free from the possessiveness.
Bhagavan gave a very beautiful technique to go beyond the possessiveness pattern that we have. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
स्वदेहे जगतो वापि सूक्ष्मतराणि च तत्त्वानि यानि निलयं ध्यात्वान्ते व्यज्यते परा.
So beautiful. Here in Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 54, Dharana 31, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest consecutive principle of your whole body or the whole universe simultaneously consists of essential reality. They are being absorbed in the source, cause, Paramashiva, Sadashiva, by the experience of the restful awareness. One becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Adevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power of power manifestation happens. Bhagavan said how the pain can be a teacher, and one of the best teachers, to make us understand what we are attached to. It shows up all our attachment, what we are attached to. When we look in and see what is that we are suffering from, if it is not their part of our life, and start living without that consciously, will remove a huge pain bodies in yourself. Practicing this again and again and living without the things that we possess will make us understand that nothing is that we really require. Bhagavan said one of the Ramakrishna met, one of them had nothing when he died. They looked in his room, except for a tumbler, there was nothing in his room. Absolutely nothing. He did not possess anything. Such a beautiful space could be experienced. The aparigraha does not mean you should not have basic things. He beautifully says you should not be attached to anything. There's a beautiful story. Bhagavan says one king had a great rishi come in, and this rishi is always entertaining himself with all the food variety, all the entertainment of the palace, and always in joy and celebration. This king was so jealous of his joy and celebration. When the kingdom had a huge war and so much of issues, finally the kingdom was taken away by the neighbor king, and this king was in deep depression. But he saw this rishi completely in joy. He went and told, "Your joy is all over now. You can leave this place because we all have to leave." And to king's surprise, he was enjoying and dancing all his way out. And he said, "I'll find another kingdom." He was not even feeling that anything has been taken away, lost from him. Then he understood what kind of a space he was. Same, Bhagavan beautifully says, Veda Vyasa eats very nicely with gopikas, and gopikas serve him so well and eats everything, and then goes to the crossing the river, and he says to the river, "Hey, if I'm a Nitya Nirahari, that means I'm only taking liquids, please open the whole river." And it just opens up. The river opens up because of how unclutched Vedavyasa was with respect to food and taste. Getting attached to all these different things, as we call desire, is only our own patterns. When we start living beyond that understanding, these are happening in our body and in mind, but that does not add anything or take away anything to the pure conscious space where we exist. With that beautiful, powerful cognition, let's go to the Apta. This is from Yuddha Parva Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, when Krishna goes to Hastinapur as a message of peace after the Virat Roop scene, Krishna was in conversation with Karna. Krishna, being all-knowing, knew that Karna was the elder son of Kunti. Krishna tells him that he is Kunti Putra, elder son, elder than Yudhishthira. If Yudhishthira wills to get to know this, he has to step back and make Karna the king. But all he asked him to do was to convince Duryodhana for not having unnecessary bloodshed, as Duryodhana's prime ego was a friend to Karna, and Karna politely denies.
It's so beautiful that Krishna goes to the extreme of trying to stop the war in every possible way. But the beautiful space, how he came to know, Karna came to know his siblings and who he was, and how the power of Kunti, just by serving the Rishi Durvasa, Durvasa gave a boon to Kunti that whichever god she prays, she will have a child from that god. And Kunti just playfully starts playing with the god Surya, and that's why Karna was born with Surya Kavacham, and he was the eldest son. Yudhishthira was from Yama. Each of them Kunti had from different god and goddesses, and they all came to support Krishna in creating the beautiful Mahabharata war to bring the global peace. So beautifully, how Krishna makes Karna understand the whole science. Now let's go to Atma Purnima message, the sacred secret of Guru-disciple relationship. The Vata Varna. Very important is the Vata Varna, where you live, with who you live, and how you perceive this reality. The Vata Varna I had when I was Arunagiri Yogishwara, with Arunagiri Yogishwara, Yogananda Puri, Raghupati Yogi, and all this prepared my body to go through all the physiological and all changes. Understand, my nervous system need to be very strong to go through this empowerment and overwhelming, demanding physical body and nervous system is really required to go through this high energy activity, high power psychodrama tsunami of Guru. You need certain strength in your nervous system and physical and psychological system. Raghupati Yogi, Veda Yogananda Puri provided me that support. Vibhudananda Puri provided me tremendous understanding and importance of making it happen. My grandfather is funding. He's basically the funding guy for me. So all this happened to make him a very strong mind and body to face the humanity with such unconsciousness and go through all this as a guru. And how he experienced guru-disciple relationship so ferocious, and he built his whole system. Bhagavan beautifully narrates the whole thing.
Now, somehow she was able to give me that courage, that absolute innocence, and never supported my powerlessness by her absolute understanding. I think if I have to describe my mother in these two words, I'll describe her as the introduction to her is these two words. Of course, when I write my autobiography, these two words will be the chapter, heading of the chapter when I describe her. Absolute innocence and absolute understanding. Anybody who has lived with her can understand these two words are description words for her. The Vata Varana I was provided. I tell you, if not for the Vata Varana ambience, there is 99% of the chance I would have failed. I tell you, in these three, the other two reasons I'll give only 1%. Vatavarana is 99%. Because when you are getting solidified, when the plant is sprouting, it is the fence, the Vatavarana is 99% important than anything else. I tell you, this Sangha will provide you Vatavarana. Be here for Sadashivatva.
Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramana are the initiated disciple devotees all around the world who are experiencing the power of manifesting body scanning. Scanning and telling details about the sibling. Here we have Parveen. She says, manifested the power of scanning the sibling. The cognition was to work with the inspiration, not worry. I was finding myself slipping into doubt and worry when Swamiji spoke on through the book, got the number of sibling and correct and gender correct, just in order was off. Did the first I did first see her as the oldest. So beautifully, they were able to scan the number of sibling, the order of it, gender of it, everything, and share with others. Now let's go to the instruction to understand how to manifest these powers. And Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific side of the power manifestation, and then start manifesting the powers of body scanning.
Prataksha Pramana. Scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. Healing visible on brain activity. On April of 2005, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam met with Dr. William Collins, a leading researcher and neurofeedback specialist in St. Louis, USA. He requested to study the brain activity of Swamiji along with that of a patient at the time he was healing the latter. The patient was injured in a car accident 10 years earlier and consequently suffered from affected nerves. The world is not going to believe this, exclaimed Dr. Collins, at seeing the outstanding observations recorded. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1, an introduction, page 60 and 61, paragraph title, During Healing. Now, we will watch a video presenting the scientific research and discovered phenomena on Swamiji during the healing meditation and enlightenment.
Like most enlightened masters, one of the unique gifts that Nithyananda has to offer to humanity is healing, called as Nithya spiritual healing. Nithya spiritual healing has been baffling the medical world, healing people from migraine to cancer. He has personally touched and healed thousands of people all over the world. Nithyananda participates and encourages scientific researchers to derive evidences for meditation and healing through meditation. Research has been done on the brainwave patterns, heart rate variability, and skin conductance level tests when Nithyananda was healing. The heart rate variability analysis is a useful tool to explore energetic transactions between two subjects. As shown in the graph, shifts in the power spectra signal were recorded in the receiving volunteer during healing by Swamiji and also when Swamiji was sending healing energy into the room, not specifically directed to any subject. The skin conductance level is a measure of skin conductance to electricity. Sensors were fitted to the fingertips of Swamiji and during healing, sudden increase in skin conductance level was observed as Swamiji is running energy to deliver during healing. Both heart rate variability and skin conductance level showed that during healing there is increased level of sympathetic autonomic nervous system activity as the energy is focused for healing.
Setting up things for the power of scanning for sibling. Partner, explain to the partner detail how by step what we are going to do. Pencil and paper for both of you and your partner. Jnananjan, if you have it, camera and timestamp. Take a few moments to set up the camera. Download timestamp app, click on the video, ensure that the time is shown on the screen clearly and vividly. Make sure the camera is facing both you and the partner clearly in a very bright and quiet place and a wide angle view so that it's all captured very nicely. Make sure the camera recording is done. It's all very auspicious and special moment. Don't miss recording all this Shakti Avishkarana. Guidelines to record. Turn on the video recording. Apply the Jnananjan in your third eye. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Ask your partner to write down about the sibling, number of sibling, gender of sibling, order of them, age of the sibling, all the detail. After you scan, you pen down all the detail through what is seen through your third eye. Verify with your partner. Once you're done, verify with your partner's detail what is revealed with the third eye. If it matches exactly, you have manifested the power. If you just feel the Kundalini energy and some of them are correct, wonderful. You have started manifesting the powers. More and more, if you start celebrating by sharing with others, you will start manifesting more and more deeper and more clearer. Verify that the video is authentically done. Share the video with powerful cognition to your friends and family. Listen to others' experience to entangle.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shakti Pada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hence, sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
See, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. the tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump, the transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just on jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone. Nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Verification process for scanning for sibling. Verify no video editing is done. Verify the video is not stopped or started during the process. All videos have timestamp and a wide angle. No clues or hints should be given. No Bluetooth or gadget next to you. If you want to use Aushadha Kavi Vastra to see what is happening in the using that, apply the Jnananjan on these Kavi, banyan leaf, mirror or Paramashiva and you can do so. Authentically write down all the sibling and their details and match it exactly as it is revealed. Do not tamper the data after you get the data results. Make sure it is done all authentically. More and more authenticity, more and more power manifestation happens. Thank you so much for participating in the power manifestation of scanning for the siblings.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham